talk about communication. One of the biggest obstacles that people face, myself included, in their lives is having poor quality relationships or poor relationships. Now, one of the determining factors in life that contributes to poor relationships is bad communication. Now, what is bad communication? It can be not being able to express your feelings, not being able to express your ideas or your thoughts to people. It could also be the exact opposite, is that you're conveying the ideas in a way that offends other people. So you may, for instance, let's say that you don't like the way someone does something. You tell them about it, but you're so blunt and you're not sensitive to their interpretation of your words that it causes them grief. Communication is a two-way street. You can't just have a negative emotion and then take it out on someone by being angry with them or by withdrawing from them. It's really important that if you're in a relationship with someone that you really, really, really care about, whether it's your friend, whether it's your mum, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, your brothers, or if whether it's a sexual relationship, whether it's a relationship with your life partner or, anything like that. It's important. Communication is the number one. It is the number one key to a successful relationship. Without communication, you have nothing. Some people say that in a relationship, love is not enough, and they're 100% right, because you can have as much love as you want, but without communication, love will never blossom. It will never blossom. The hardest thing for people to learn is to communicate in a fashion that both assists them and assists the other person in growing together as a unit. I can't stress it enough. I've spent a great deal of my time focused on educating myself about the importance of communication in relationships, as well as the best practice for communication in relationships, whether they're of a sexual nature, a friendship, or a business relationship. And it comes down to educating yourself and understanding that if you're in bad relationships and if you're not having a good time, you need to do something about it. You can't just go through life continuing to have bad circumstances and bad relationships and bad communication with people on and on and on and on and on. You've got to actually sit down and think, fuck, where am I not achieving these goals in communication, and why is that? Assess where you're at with your partner, or assess where you are with your friends and where you're having a breakdown in communication, and then try to work out what's causing the issue, because otherwise you're never gonna resolve it, and you're gonna always just have really low quality relationships. It's a huge problem. It's a problem that I've also had with partners that I've been with in the past, where I'm so open to communication that I can't comprehend why other people aren't as open as me, and then when they withdraw, it really frustrates me, because I just feel like if you're in a relationship and you have an issue, it needs to be dealt with. You can't just brush it under the rug and expect it to go away. It's just not going to happen. Communication is the number one most important part of any relationship. That surface is not for skateboarding. One of the things that I find that people lack the most is just basic emotional intelligence. Let me explain. If you're feeling sad or angry about something, instead of just reacting to the situation, take a moment, feel the energy that is being projected, and then think about it for a minute and think, why am I feeling like this? And what am I going to do about it, instead of acting out? A lot of people that I know and I'm going to say a lot of people that I know, because look, I don't really know that many people that behave in this fashion, because I surround myself with people that do not act like this for a reason. But a lot of people in society, they have an issue, and because they were raised in a fashion where their parents or their grandparents or their brothers and sisters had a very low level of emotional intelligence, they tend to just react to situations instead of thinking about why they're reacting to the situation or how to channel that energy into a different place. The thing is, people, you and I, need to work on a thing called emotional intelligence. This is a book about emotional intelligence. It's written by a guy called Daniel Goleman, and it redefines what it means to be smart. Emotional intelligence is to train your mind and body to react differently to how you usually react to situations. Instead of just getting cranky about things, feel the anger, think about the anger, think about what's productive about the anger, and then channel that energy into a positive result. Don't just yell at people, because I tell you what, even though yelling feels really good, and I tell you what, in my experience, I get a great result when I yell at people. People really, really, really don't like it when I yell at them, and they fall into line. However, I don't feel like I should live my life constantly having to yell at people to gain their respect. And the thing is, it's not the right type of respect that I'm looking for. If people are respecting me out of fear, well, yeah, it may feel good and you may get exactly what you want, but it's not what I want. I just don't want it. I don't want people to go, oh, fuck, be careful around Chris, because then they're not going to be their true self. And that's what emotional intelligence is about. If you've got a problem with somebody, if you're in a relationship with your partner and there's something that they do that really pisses you off, don't just hold it in until it's at the breaking point, and then you can't say anything to them because there's so many things. You've acquired a list and it's so bad that you feel tortured inside. Don't hold it in, because what you're doing, you may think, oh, I'm being kind to them by not telling them that I've got an issue. Wrong. What you're doing is you're torturing them, because you're not telling them how you feel. So you're not being authentic to yourself, you're not being authentic to them, and because people aren't stupid, people know, all right? People know when you are holding things in, they can feel it, and then they can't be authentically themselves either. Life is about authenticity. Relationships are about authenticity. If you do something that somebody doesn't like, and if that goes for me too, if somebody does something that I don't like, I let them know, but not in a way that's like, you're a f***wit. I just say, look, it's not appropriate behaviour for me. Would you mind behaving in a different way? And if you can't meet that requirement, then I can't be around you. Like, it's just, that's the future of relationships. You cannot just be angry with people. You need to either determine whether their behaviour is good for you or not good for you, and then react accordingly. Do not hold things in. It does not serve you and it does not serve them. For me to be authentically myself, I have to express to people the way that I feel about situations and things that they do that I do not appreciate, or that I do appreciate as well. If I like something about someone, I let them know, I really like this about you, this is why. Or if they do something that I don't like, I say, listen, I don't like what you're doing here, and this is why, because it affects me in this way. And vice versa, I expect the same vice versa. If I do something that really irritates somebody, I want them to tell me, because I don't want them to have to feel obligated to react differently around me, or to not be around me. Or if it's something that I can change, let me know, because I'm more than open to change. You know, I like to improve myself. I try to improve myself every single day. It's something that you guys need to look at. Emotional intelligence, if you've never heard of it, look it up. Spend a bit of time focusing on it, and I tell you what, you're going to have better relationships because of it, trust me. Don't you know
It is getting low, it is getting hard, 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 hard.
Who stepped in his path and
Are you ready for dinner?
Sure.
What's with the dank mems? The dank memes.
What take memes?
2 hours later.
Well, so it's like this thing. I need to get a new stand. This thing's dying. It's like 10:30 at night. I'm gonna go to bed because I've got to get up early in the morning. But yeah, I've decided that in my new vlogs, just checking the sound is on. In my new vlogs, I'm gonna have to get a new stand. Look at it go. In my new vlogs, I'm going to have. Far out. Okay. Okay, it didn't break. This is good. That's so weird. Anyway. It's autofocus, good. So, in my new vlogs, what I'm going to do is focus. I feel like I'm speaking to a child. In my new vlogs, I'm going to spend a portion of the vlog every day talking about one specific topic that I feel is important, you know, to life development or learning or, you know, part of living as a good and well-educated human, you know, living in a way from the experiences that I've had and the education that I put myself through via, you know, reading a lot of books, like a lot of books. I want to share one piece of wisdom with everybody every day to live a better life. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to have something new to talk to you about. So take care of each other. Make sure that you tell the people around you that you love them every time that you're with them. And just remember that whatever troubles you're facing today, that tomorrow is another day. And things will always get better no matter what. Ciao. Look at this baby swan. Gorgeous.